Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Today we're making a light whole wheat old-fashioned biscuit recipe. All right, you're going to preheat the oven to 425 and grease the cookie sheet. This will also be part 2 with the pork chops, because I'm going to show you how I'm going to make a gravy, how you use lecithin to help cut back on the fat. Okay, we need we need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And you're going to use a half a cup of whole wheat flour. Salt, you're going to need a half a teaspoon. Why do I have 2 teaspoons? It sets out. You need a half a teaspoon of baking soda. And you're going to need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Now, someone had asked me, do I create my own recipes? Am I given recipes or what? I do create recipes. People do give me recipes, and on top of that, they share their ideas in the kitchen, how things work for them, to give me ideas. I also have a ton of cookbooks. I have over 250 cookbooks as well, from one end to another. The oldest one I've got right now is 1796, and that's the oldest cookbook, and I'm going to even go further back because I'm going to be ordering some more. So I cook through all different ages, and people have also welcomed me into their kitchens and have given me recipes that are not in cookbooks, and they have shared and said, this is how we do it. So I have spent a lifetime collecting clippings, learning from people and everything, so it's sort of spread out. I can't sit there and say, they're all my recipes. There are some recipes that I've made. There are some recipes that have been given to me. I have learned things in the past and that I bring up to date today. Like I have an old fried chicken recipe, believe you, and it is so good. It's better than any fried chicken of today. I am not lying. And yet, that was given to me. But yet the recipe reads, fry a quarter of a chicken. So that meant at the time that chicken, their chickens are not the chickens that we have today. So I had to change that recipe around. So there are things that go on into the kitchen. But anyway, the recipes I cook from come from everywhere and during all different times, as well as friends and people who have shared things with me, have shown me things. And it's been a long road that I have gone on to finally be at the point that I am today. I hope that answers your question to the best I can. I'm not going to sit there and say this is my recipe, because if I do that, I don't have a patent on it, and I know somebody will take it. So I'm not going to tell you what's mine and what's not mine. You're going to have to just, if you want the recipe, it's here, but I'm not going to give it to you and say that this is mine, because you could write to the patent office and make a mint off of it, and I'm not going to give you that privilege. I give this information, and I give these recipes away freely. And another thing, this page is to take recipes and make them more nutritious. So you're to better health, your family's to better health, your loved one is, your mate is in a better health. This is where I take recipes and I change them to bring them to a higher nutritional value so you can enjoy your golden years. Your children can be beautiful and healthy and not have sickness and diseases rampaging. They'll be more intelligent, brighter, they'll have a happier personality and all. They won't be so angry. So this is what I'm doing, and I hope this helps bring some understanding to what I am doing. Now, they want 6 tablespoons of butter in this. I just mixed all the dry ingredients together. 6 tablespoons, are you sure? Yeah, 6 tablespoons, okay. Now this is modified butter. I have not hidden it. I have made it and shown people how to do this. It's in a video further back, I think. Maybe I did a new one just recently. I can't remember. It's a lot. Okay, there's just a lot. In the kitchen, there is so much information that has to be given and learned. You can't learn it and say, oh, I just know this. A lot of women are a bit hesitant to try new things. I jump in and, well, if I fail, we're going to eat out. That's how my husband looked at it. If you fail, you know we're going to be eating out. Yeah, I know. Or we're going to be eating leftovers. But this page was actually, not this page, this YouTube channel was created to help you, you know, to eat better and to take food and make it more nutritious. 6, that's about 6 tablespoons of butter. Yeah, I think I showed you how to make modified butter, yeah. I've also showed you how to make biscuit mix, your own. And I'm going to be making some more. I showed you how to make all-purpose flour. Had to look that one up. I explained about baking powder and baking soda, leavenings. I just recently explained about leavenings, that what we know as leavenings, except for, let's say, egg whites in sourdough or yeast. They didn't come out until the 1820s, 1850s, somewhere around there. I can't remember the exact year, and I do apologize for that. I want to get a book on natural remedies. That's what I'm working on. But every time I get one book, I think of 4 other ones I want to get. But all of this goes on in the kitchen. So we'll be learning how to do that as well, to make our own, you know, simple things to help ourselves. You're going to need a 2-inch biscuit cutter. Let's see, yeah, okay. Make a well in the center. I'm thinking about how I want to do this. You need a cup of buttermilk to pour it in, and you're going to work it in. Hold on. Okay, guys, what did you do? Sorry about that. Just rounding it up, trying to get it all together. And I'm going to pat it out. I'm going to get these biscuits going. Pat this out about a half-inch thick, 3/4, you know. Just pat it out. Your biscuits sit. Make sure you have a little pile of flour. Tap it in, and it will help you release them. These are going to be very, very light. I don't believe in wasting dough. Some people throw it out after they cut their biscuits out. There's no reason to. Just knead them a little bit, pat them back out. Oh, I'm going to have to knead that a little more, sorry. That one did not stick together, so let me knead it a little more. we are going to cook these for about 20 minutes. And let me clean up my mess, and then we'll get into this gravy that we're working on. Okay, these are my drippings that I have left that I've worked with. I've already taken the pork chops out. They're right here. I already have them here. So what we're going to do is heat this up, because somebody asked me, could I see how you do it? So I'm going to show you. I don't want to burn these. These are called drippings. They're not called goodies or leftovers. This is actually called drippings. This is what's left when you get done cooking the meat. And you'll notice you have particles at the bottom of your pan. You just sit there and just break them free. I'm using a whisk. A whisk is a very handy thing to prevent lumps. You know, some people have lumps. I used to always get lumps, but now I don't. So I'm gonna let this get hot, and then we'll sit there. I'm gonna add whole wheat flour to this one, and then I'm gonna be using some more stock in here and just add salt and pepper, because I know the stock is full of flavor. I know this is full of flavor, so I'm not gonna have to worry about adding a lot of seasonings and stuff. Now the biscuits I'm cooking are not gonna be put on the side. I'm actually gonna use, you could use mashed potatoes if you wished as well. I've used it with mashed potatoes already once. I didn't know it was gonna work, but it did turn out. But I'm going to use these pork chops, and with the gravy, we're going to put them over the biscuits after I get my vegetables together. So please understand that when I say drippings, this is what I'm talking about. Even if you do a roast, the stuff left in the pan is called the drippings. And for you who watched the first part of this, you did see me pour the stock in with the meat, and then I just reduced it, just let it cook, and just let it cook and cook. And I didn't burn these, as you can see. They're not burnt. This is a very hard thing to do, is a lot of people will raise them at a high temperature, and they end up burning the seasonings. And when you put the seasonings on them, you don't want to burn those seasonings, so you have to be careful that you don't overdo it. And when you use stock, you don't have to add a lot of seasonings to your gravy, because you already have all the flavors that are coming from your stocks. Oh, come on, as we wait. These are smelling good already. Let me get them out. Okay, I hear it. Now we're cooking with gas, as they say. I think I have about 2 tablespoons, maybe a little more. So this is called a roux that we're making now. When you add the flour, it's equal amounts to the fat that you have in there, or your drippings, if you wish to call them that, which is the proper name, drippings. We're putting equal amounts in. And now what you're going to do is you're going to be cooking this flour some. Just to cook the rawness out of it. That's all you need it for. Then we're going to pour the stock into this. Don't worry, it won't burn. Now you will have particles of meat that come up from the drippings. And you're not going to get rid of those. You want those pieces will look very, very nice. and pour it all together. Right now I'm just getting rid of as many lumps as I can. This gravy is going to get thick, and then we're going to sit there and have to add more stock. And then when we get it to our consistency that we wish, we can sit there and add the salt and pepper in it. If you wish to add more flavorings, if you're using water, you're going to have to add more flavorings than I do. I really don't have to unless I choose to. See how that whisk just takes care of it? It's really quite nice. My mother used to use water, or if she was making the milk gravy, she would use milk, but she didn't use stocks. But the stocks I make have so many nutrients in them, I wouldn't waste it. No, no, no. That's why you see me collecting the peelings of my vegetables and stuff. And then I put them in a bag in the freezer. And then I'm going to sit there and make stock with it. I put it, you can boil all the vegetable peelings and put it in a bowl and use it for the week if you wish. Or you can sit there and can it like I do. I use a slow cooker. I cook it for 24 hours. I let it cool because it's too hot to handle. Then I strain it and squeeze out as much fluid as I can to get everything I can out of the peelings, and then I take the rest of it and I pour it into the compost. This is my blend of salt that I make. I'm just going to keep on adding until I get to the consistency that I want. And that's how I make a simple gravy with stock. Gonna wait. No. If it's the consistency that I want, I'm gonna put the pork chops back in and just heat them up while I finish up on these biscuits and getting my vegetables ready to serve with this dinner. Want to see the consistency of this. See? And nothing's really burnt. Nothing's overcooked. And the gravy is just the way I like it. I'm just going to pour it over the meat some. Get the flavor in there. And we'll wait for those biscuits. And get the lid. Put this down on the lowest temperature I can, and that is how I make a gravy with my stocks and the drippings that are left over from the meat that I've been cooking. I hope this helps the person who asked me. Now, I'm going to have to pause you again because I've got to get some other stuff together first. Okay, the biscuits are done. And here they are. Let me bring them closer to you so you can see them. They have more of a brown tint to them because we added 1/4 of a cup of whole wheat flour. But look how they rose. They rose very nice, didn't they? So, I'm going to put you on pause until I put it together. Okay, I have a few minutes, so let's check the biscuit out. There it is on the bottom. See, I didn't burn them, I didn't overcook them. And here's how they look on the inside. Isn't that beautiful? I tell you. They are nice. They are slightly a little heavier, just a hair, compared to the plain biscuits with white flour because we added the whole wheat. But they have a nice buttery taste on it, so you'll like them. Hold on, wait a second, Joey. Here's some mint jelly I made. I'm waiting for the cabbage. Actually, we're having pickled beets and cabbage with this, but I want to show you how I'm going to put it together and how nice it is. Let's try this with some mint jelly. Oh, that's going to be good. If I didn't contain myself, I'd be a blimp by now. You're in for a treat. Now let me get back to finishing dinner. Okay, I'm going to show you how I'm going to put this together. I'm going to need a slice. This one should do quite nice. I'm going to get 2 biscuits. All right. And believe you me, it does come out quite nice. My son was shocked that I did this. I break my biscuits in half. Just like that. Let's keep that hot till I get that needle fork. You're going to slice this very nicely. You see the meat is tender. Sit there and slice these pieces over the biscuits just like this. So the pieces are, well, falling somewhat apart till I get the gravy and other stuff on the plate. Then you're going to take this gravy. I'm going to need a ladle to do this. that's how I'm going to serve this meat. And I'll show you, I've got cabbage to go with it. So I'm actually going to show you what we're having with it. And I'm serving pickled beets as well that I have canned. I'll show you. Here it is. How does that look? Doesn't that look nice? Listen, take care and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.